So, carrying on, we've just seen Cam back at school. It didn't feel too bad, to be honest. I thought he was going to get trouble, but not too bade, although his relationship with Marlon has been seriously damaged, and it shows no sign of being repairable. So, chapter 19, the right moment. The right moment for what, I wonder? Let's find out. When the double lesson was over, I made a beeline for Julie's desk. I wanted to get to her before she left the classroom. If she was surrounded by all her friends, I'd never pluck up the courage to do this. Ooh. As she looked up, I gave her what I hoped was my best smile. She got the teeth and all. Julie looked away, her expression serious. I wondered if she knew what was coming, or had I done something to upset her. No, I couldn't have. I'd only just got back to school. For goodness sake. Get a grip, Cam, I told myself sternly. It was now or never. I took a deep breath and forced myself to speak before I could chicken out. Hi, Julie. Oh, hi, Cameron. There was a distinctly frosty look on Julie's face, and it wasn't getting better, it was getting worse. How are you? I asked to feel the uncomfortable silence descending between us. You know how I feel about awkward silences, hence why I talk so much. Julie started reading the book in front of her. I might have thought she didn't want to speak to me if it hadn't been for the fact that the book was upside down and it took Julie several seconds to realise it. I smiled. You might find that easier. And I picked up a book and turned it round for her. When I handed it back to her, she drew away as if I was about to slap her. My smile faded. What's the matter? I asked. Nothing. Here you are. I tried to give her her book. She drew even further away. Is something wrong? I asked. Just leave it on the desk. Julie tried for a smile, but it came nowhere near her eyes. Puzzled, I regarded her. I had no idea what I'd done, but I'd obviously done something. Was she upset because I hadn't told her about my operation? I hadn't told anyone all the facts except Marlon. I couldn't believe she wasn't talking to me because of that. I want you to start thinking why she's not talking to him. I've got a theory, it could be wrong, but I have a feeling. What are you reading anyway? This wasn't going as well as I'd hoped. I was looking for the right moment to invite Julie to the pictures, but the right moment was rapidly disappearing above the horizon. I looked at the cover of the book Julie had been reading. It was a book called Computer Ghost by some woman I'd never heard of. The cover was good though, a whirling, swirling mist surrounding a computer screen. Can I borrow it after you? I asked. You can take it now if you like, Julie said quickly, but you haven't finished it. Yes, I have. I've already read it. I was just reading it again. Go on, take it. And as I looked at Julie, it slowly dawned on me what was going on. She was scared of me. I couldn't believe it, and yet I was sure I was right. I don't bite, you know. I tried to say it as a joke, but I couldn't keep the edge out of my voice. I thrust the book back at Julie. She took a deep breath. Look, Cam, I'm not being funny, but Mum said you could have all kinds of germs and diseases in you now. Germs and diseases that are new to humans and dangerous. Mum said I wasn't to go anywhere near you. We talked about this, didn't we, when we were back in January, that people would have that opinion. Really bizarre. It was as if Julie had kicked me in the stomach. I was only vaguely aware of the stillness rippling through the classroom. I stared at Julie. She frowned at me. I don't want to be mean, but you wouldn't take the hint, she whispered. Julie, it's still me, inside and out. I haven't changed. You've got a pig's heart inside of you. Of course you've changed, Julie said, her voice fearful and angry because of it. I haven't got any germs or diseases, I protested. My mouth felt as if it was filled with ashes and they were choking me. You don't know that. Not for sure, my mum said. I don't give a stuff what your mum said. What do you say? I asked. Cameron, can we just leave it? Julie looked around the classroom, embarrassed. I didn't take my eyes off her. What do you say? I asked again. It was like having a sore tooth that you keep prodding with your tongue even though it hurts, or a scab you keep picking. I knew I should walk away. I knew I should just leave it, but I had to hear her say it. I think Mum's right. You've got a pig's heart inside you, so how do you know what's going on in your body now? Slowly, I put the book down on Julie's desk. I looked around the classroom. Some people couldn't meet my eyes and they looked away. Others looked straight back at me. I realised Julie wasn't alone. Some of the others didn't like the idea of being near me either. I'd been so blinded by all the people surrounding me earlier that I hadn't noticed the ones who'd kept well away. I looked down at the ground. I couldn't bear to catch anyone else's eye. Turning, I left the classroom, quietly shutting the door behind me. I really don't want to leave it there for today because that was a powerful old chapter. Thank you, Malorie Blackman. You have such a really vivid way of delivering powerful emotions. Do you think Julie's right? Do you think she's scared of Cam? Or do you think in your position, you'd be scared of someone who had a pig's heart? I like to think, because this is we're 20 years after this book was written, and then a bit more actually, that opinions have changed and they've matured in 20 years, especially with the growth of the internet. But how would you react if we had somebody with an animal's organ in them? How do you think other people would react? I'm really intrigued. And do you think Julie's opinion is going to change? How are these other children going to react towards Cameron? It's really intriguing, isn't it? Right, gang, we'll get this book finished next week, and then we've got a gorgeous story to read, which links in lovely to our Darwin's Delights topic. Have a super weekend, enjoy the sunshine, make the most of it, and I'll see you all on Monday. Bye-bye.